All right. Let's see if it works now. You guys let me know. Is it working? It's supposed to work. I don't know what's the last one. Y'all may or may not have messages for the last one because I was live for like 20 minutes. So we'll see. The good thing that was just a recap. It was just a recap of like different messages that I got. Like somebody wants you to slow down. That was the main message. Like somebody wants you to slow down. Someone doesn't want you to figure out the fact that like you're ahead of them right now. So let's see. What do they need to know? Seeing eye to eye with someone, or someone doesn't want to see eye to eye with you. Angel number 111 energy. Oh yeah. Can you guys not see me still? Hold on. I see it. Is it not playing for you guys? They're really messing with this message today. And it does have to come out. You should be able. No, that's the other one. I didn't put a picture up for this one. That was the first one. I don't know what's wrong with that one. That one didn't want to work either. I just saw 222. So hopefully this one will work. Someone's not seeing eye to eye. They don't want to. With that energy of like time to let somebody go, or let like you gotta level up your frequency. Like somebody doesn't want you to like climb over top of them. Financial change starts in 2 days. And I told you guys about like fast energy, fast moving energy. Like whatever was delayed, it was taking forever to get that money. It was taking forever to get that goal done. It was taking forever for that move. It was taking forever for whatever this is. And now it's like gonna come in really fast. We have protection and purification. Someone needs a white bath, okay? Lavender, Florida water, coconut milk, white flowers, okay? To protect and purify your energy. You might need to like, they're giving you all the random messages right now, so let's get them all out. You may need to go ahead and make some sort of payment, investment on some sort of materials, okay? If you invest in these said materials, or if you invest in whatever this is, it's going to help you to achieve profit, okay? But it is a must It is also a must that you let someone go or someone release you. Okay, I heard someone needs to release you. Visitor to a commercial establishment is here. Next 7 days. You need to start asking your spiritual team clearly. Your ancestors want to speak to you. If you just ask them to invest in something, like, can you do this for me? Can you work on this for me? If I do this, can you handle this? Right? It's a partnership. They might be able to help you. But I'm also seeing like this energy of like, okay, we'll do this, but you also got to let go of this person. You got to stop hanging out with this person. This is like a compromise situation between you and your ancestors in the next 7 days. This is giving like you, like imagine like you want a really good body or whatever. So that means that you got to stop consuming the sugars, like no more sweets. It's like, fine, I will stop eating the sweets. Like I'll stop eating my Takis. I'll stop eating my Skittles or something like. If you just help me with this thing, right? But they're like, we don't want you to stop that. We don't care about that. We want you to stop messing with this person. It's like this person, like what? You're like, all right, well, I stopped this thing right here, and like that thing, like I really like that, right? And they're like, no, like that's not a good substitute. And then we have be careful what you say. The magic within you is growing. So in the next 7 days, you gotta be careful the fuck you say out of your mouth. Because what you say is gonna actually start happening. Like you're like, oh shit, like I should never said that. Like, oh my god, like I can't believe like I just said that. Is it true? Is it connected? Or is it lying to me? It says reconnected. Is it true, chat? Can y'all still see me? Give me some sort of confirmation that we still here. That y'all can still hear me and see me. That's how you know. See, that's how you know for sure that you actually physically see like the interference. You get what I'm saying? You said it's lagging on your again with the whole delays thing. Slow. See, people, somebody trying to fucking slow you the fuck down, trying to slow down some sort of connection, trying to slow down. There's something like confirmation. What's going on here? A spiritual attachment, an egg cleanse may be needed. If you can't do an egg cleanse for whatever reason, or you're just not like I really hope that there's not that many these interruptions for those of you that are watching the play because that's ridiculous. 11:33. All right, let's go. So you burn something. You burn some sort of petition. You burn some sort of ancestor money. All right, the ancestors received whatever you burned. Okay, and they accepted it. And they're like, all right, it's time to level up your frequency now. But there is somebody that's holding you back. We have karmics, gang stalking energy. I told you guys the gang stalkers were going to get caught red-handed. All right. So there was some sort of gang stalkers. All right, can also be, and this is just through my experience with these channel cards. Gang stalkers can also be bots, social media trolls, people that you've known when you were growing up. All right. People that you've known like as you were growing up that always had some sort of vendetta against you or had some sort of beef with you. Silent beef is significant. Um, Made up beef. So this is like someone makes up a situation how it went in their mind, and that's the only way it went in their mind, and whatever actually happened on your end didn't happen. Something like that. Okay. But I'm seeing karmic justice, and that's the person that you gotta stay away from. Yeah, we have the devil is at play. hmm And I told you guys about what the heck that devil energy was. That devil energy was like you was all up in your head, right? So for real, they wanted you to sit there and play devil's advocate on yourself, so you would second guess yourself and whatever you was going to do next to slow you the fuck down, so you wouldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be like not to protect yourself spiritually, right? Like also there second guess yourself, or like, all right, maybe it's not. Maybe somebody didn't put me in a jar. Maybe somebody didn't. Somebody really don't want you to talk. They don't want you to speak. They don't want to hear nothing from your mouth. They don't want to see nothing on. This is where the karmic consequences were coming from. They weren't yours. They were never yours. Look, they must pay for their wrongdoing. It's karma time. It's karma time in the next 7 days. I'm telling you. All right. Somebody's following you on social media. There is somebody that's following you on social media. All right. And it could be some sort of fake page. All right. We have old person, ex love interest, ex boyfriend, ex girlfriend, ex best friend, or friend energy. You don't speak to these people anymore. Now they got to tamper with a fake account, a fake page, or use someone else's account, no face, no case situation. So that way you can't identify this person because you don't know that person. So they're going to go ahead and use that person's account to figure out what you were doing. They're trying to figure out if you slow down. They're trying to figure out if, look, either paid money or made deals. Paid money or made deals that they couldn't keep with deities. All right. And a lot of you guys have asked me, like, okay, well, like, how do you know the difference between like evil eye and somebody like working you? All right, this is spiritually working you, putting you in a jar, lighting candles on you, sticking you in a freezer and stuff like that. You would notice because there's like an instant, immediate change. Like everything's going good, and it's almost like imagine you driving and you cruising, and then you just emergency brake as you're driving and you're cruising. Okay, immediately everything's gonna go forward, and then back, stop. Right? So it almost feels like a whole situation, like everything starts going good real fast, and then everything just stops, and you go, "What just happened? Everything was just good." Like that's this energy. They're trying to produce some sort of karmic consequences. I'm hearing a karmic energy swap. So to try to get your good karma and give you bad karma. This is also karmic association, like by association, being around these people. There you are involved with a karmic. You have a karmic in your energy, and now your ancestors talking in code because this is personal. This situation or whatever is personal. So you guys got to be careful with what collective. A magical bath removed the spells that were oppressing you. And then I'm seeing something about an ammonia jar. Ammonia hex breaker. or a reversal bath or something like that. That worked too. I'm probably giving y'all like all the different messages. Yeah, double that play. Detox your mind. They're trying to get in your ear. So this is the best time for you to be listening to your affirmations, your mantras, your positive message type music. All right, inspirational music, motivational music, get you in that positive empowerment type music, not necessarily like toxic emotional energy when it comes to music. So not necessarily I'm gonna get my lick back or I'm gonna come up or I'm gonna step on people's neck. You know, you gotta redirect that energy. You gotta go on like Empress energy, divine energy. Like I don't have to do much to get my shit. Like, you know, get back in your daydreamer energy, right? Somebody's a heavy drinker or somebody wants you to drink heavy. Your spiritual team said, fuck that. No. No. Don't you dare. Yeah, something about, again, you let something burn. You burn something, a petition or something. You burn a candle. I don't know. You burn something. There were images burned and stuff like that. You could have released things that were no longer of service to you or served you any type of purpose. And in this next 7 days, you could feel the relief. There's no need to worry about any type of spell work. There's no need to worry about it. Okay. But I feel like they want you to be nervous about this. Look at this. They are testing your patience. Be the bigger person. Being the bigger person means continue to empower yourself. Continue to stay on your P's and Q's when it comes to your spiritual health care maintenance. You broke some sort of spiritual attachment. All right. They're also saying you need to pay attention to when somebody's trying to attach themselves to your energy. Attachment is like sometimes when you think about a spiritual attachment, it don't always have to be like, oh, it's a spirit walking around with me. Sometimes it could literally be like you had a conversation with someone, and ever since you had a conversation, let's say around 8 o'clock in the morning, you had a conversation with this person since 8 o'clock in the morning. All the way until 2 days later, you're still holding on to that conversation that you had with that person because they just pissed you off or they just rubbed you the wrong way. That means that that person has tapped into your energy, not only tapped onto your energy, all right? Now they're affecting you emotionally and energetically for the next 2 days. Because every single day we interact with a lot of people and we need to learn how to emotionally and energetically regulate. And that's what these spiritual baths do. They regulate our spiritual energy and source of chi, our life force. That's why we get so drained all the time because we're not used to doing these spiritual baths all the time. But once you get that like sweet spot when it comes to your spiritual baths, all right, because everybody got their sweet spot, right? There's some people that you do your spiritual bath once a month and you're done, right? Because you're good. You don't pick up too much energy, all right? Some people, you're so like, especially when you go through a lot of spiritual ascensions and stuff like that, and you start waking up your gifts and everything, right? Especially for those of you that watch readings, like a good 35% of you guys are just as gifted as me. All right. The other 50% of you guys are spiritual teachers just like me. Okay. And the other chunk of you guys, you're stumbling upon this because you're still trying to figure what the heck is going on. You get what I'm saying? So that being said, you just got to figure out your sweet spot when it comes to your routines, right? Care is also spiritual care, taking care of your spirit. What does your spirit need? We always talk about food and emotions and sex. But do we talk about what our spirit needs? Sometimes our spirit doesn't need to move. Sometimes our spirit needs quiet. Sometimes our spirit needs laughter. Sometimes our spirit needs to dance. Sometimes our spirit needs to feel young. Sometimes our spirit needs to feel old. You get what I'm saying? Whatever that is for your spirit currently and presently, continue to keep that energy. All right. especially if you're trying to manifest a better version of yourself. They're trying to slow you down. They don't want you to get that far. They don't want you to get to the green light. Okay? They're trying to slow you down so that way immediately you're going to get a what? Stop. So you don't go. All right? Because that's what I'm seeing here. A lot of this, like they're shooting for you to mess things up yourself because there's a lot of self-inflicted curse here. So some of you guys, again, a lot of the energy was evil eye. A lot of like, I want what you have. I wish I could do. I wish I could have. I wish I can get. Why not me? Energy. Okay? And you can't help that. And the only thing that you can have control over is your spiritual healthcare routines. All right? But don't let this energy, you